Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're returning, my name's Amelia. Sorry I fell off the radar last week. I had all kinds of plans and then it was really hot and it just wiped me out. I'm definitely not a hot weather creature. And by hot, I mean like 20 degrees is too hot for me. The colder the better. So that happened, and then I've been working on personals. So in order just to get back in the swing of things, I'm just going to do like an open sort of reading, see what messages want to come through, and we'll take it from there. So I hope you're well. I hope you've been well. The Tour de France has started. Is anyone watching it? I remember I did a poll last year and like one person. I'm watching it for sure. I've made myself, well, oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. What a nerd. I've made myself a spreadsheet. So I don't want to talk about that. It's too embarrassing. Anyway, okay. Don't know why I mentioned it. I'm embarrassed now. So Spirit, can we have the highest and best messages, please, for my viewers? Okay, High Priestess, 6 of Cups. Wow. Four of Swords reversed. I think somebody's trying to connect with you, and I would suspect that you know it, especially if you resonate with being very intuitive, very energetically aware, perceptive. And this is someone who's trying to connect with you because they feel you have unfinished business. At least that's how it feels on their side of things. 7 of Pentacles reversed. There could have been some time, some distance, maybe years in some cases that have passed between you. This is someone who feels there wasn't reciprocity, there wasn't equal give and take. And the fact that they're saying, you know, there's unfinished, we'll see what that is, unfinished business on their side makes me feel that they're unhappy with what they offered or what they gave. Because it's a feeling of, you know, in a situation, if you've done everything you can, you kind of are more easily able to make peace with how it turns out, because you're not living with the regret of, oh, I knew I should have done this, or I shouldn't have done that, or I could have done better, whatever. Flip the roles, of course, if you need to, but it does feel like there's someone here who has you on their mind and they're saying, this doesn't feel over for me. I'm hearing revive, so maybe it's something that went quiet for a time. Now it's coming back up. Now for many of you, this will be romantic, but it could, you know, 6 of Cups could be a family member, it could be a friend from a long time ago, but whoever it is, I feel you had something special when you were speaking, interacting, connecting, around each other, seeing each other. It felt that you had a special, maybe quite natural connection here, quite intuitive, organic. Oh my goodness, look what popped out. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be a family member for some of you, but it could be someone who is looking at this connection and at you and thinking, we could have everything together, you know, the home, the money, the family. I'm getting something about rowing suddenly. I don't know if they row, you row. Maybe you could build a rowing empire. I don't know, but that's coming through really strongly. Yeah, it's like, I could have everything with you, whatever shape or form everything, you know, takes, whatever this family dynamic might look like. It doesn't have to be children and other people. It could be animals. I'll put that back though, because it just slipped out. Yeah, look at that, the Magician. And I was getting that from this High Priestess card. There's something, as I look at this card in this moment in your reading, there's something about it that feels intentional. So I don't know if this person is doing some manifesting work, spell work, magic, intention setting. I don't know if that's the sort of thing they'd be aware of or thinking of or doing. If, you know, if there's any chance that they could be, maybe you even mentioned something about it to them in the past, I would say, you know, that's what we're seeing here. Let's keep going. Let's see, we'll get some more clarity, and then we'll see, I'm hearing, what business do they have with you? Which is an interesting way of this being phrased. Like, what do they want, basically? Can you trust their intentions? What are they going to do about it? So let's see. Page of Pentacles, yeah. Okay. Eight of Swords reversed. The Tower. Oh, that's why they can't sleep at night, because they at least believe that they ruined something, and maybe even deliberately. At the time, you know, not realizing how it was going to backfire. Okay. Two of Wands reverse. Yeah, this person, I'm hearing it's go time. They want a new beginning with you, that is for sure. And I think they're, I just got finally, so maybe you've been waiting for this, finally prepared to step outside of what feels comfortable or familiar, or a familiar pattern of behavior, to get this new beginning with you. Oh look, Death is on the back. It's like starting a new cycle and doing it differently. There, yeah, look, I was just going to say, there is some concern, the Four reverse there, that you may not be interested, that you may see this as a waste of time, missed opportunity, a connection, friendship, whatever that went sour. You're not interested in putting in the effort it might take on your part to see the two upright cups behind. Okay, so this Page of Pentacles, this is their in, whether they're trying to create this opportunity via almost manifesting you doing something, or the universe doing something, or they're trying to come up with something themselves that they can do, say, bring to you. Whoa, look at this, King of Pentacles. From a page to a king. This could be someone who's been working on themselves, on just self-improvement. In the meantime, maybe their work situation, finances, maturity, whatever it is, so that they can come back and impress you. Okay. Yeah, Nine of Cups. This person's trying to be, I'm hearing specifically, everything you want, which is a little dodge, just because it feels like for many of you, you've not spoken in a long time, so I'm not sure they would know what you want exactly. So there could be some projection here. Again, whether this is someone who's a romantic person or friend, or even a family member, it's like, I want to be, you know, the kind of partner, spouse you would want, best friend you would want, relative in whatever particular role that you would want. I'm just concerned, is there any sort of manipulation going on with that? We'll see when we get to their intentions, and if you can trust them. I think this is someone, Temperance there, who in the past didn't understand why. I'm hearing why, like why it felt so easy with you, which meant they could have either taken this for granted, you know, you being in their life, or it freaked them out, they pushed this away, they overthought it, it stressed them out. They've had time though, time to have some awakening, some realizations. Four of Swords reversed with the Tower. What did they do? They ruined something. This is definitely how they feel, and I have to say there's a real, like, spiteful, nasty feeling I'm getting from this, because I feel for many of you, whatever this is, they did it on purpose at the time. Even if this was years ago, they did it on purpose, and things didn't pan out how they thought things would. So they may have thought at the time, this Tower, it was going to make you sad or ruin things for you, or, you know, it's just like it backfired hugely. Maybe you went on to be fine, or to be even better than before, and now they're looking at this Tower that they, you know, made explode and fall to the ground, and saying that could have been our home. We could have built a life in this Tower that I ruined on purpose. It's not even like it was an accident. Yeah, see what I'm saying? They they did something on purpose with the Magician. It was intentional. But look what's behind. Justice. Whatever this person did, it feels like it had huge, widespread consequences and a large impact on you, on them, and probably even maybe there was collateral damage and other people took strays, you know, and got hit by this. And I think the universe was watching and was like, no way. That this needs to be balanced out. That's not okay. And this balancing is probably what's happening now. I'm seeing we've got the two candles, we've got the white, the black, we've got the two cats, the white, the black, and then we have this temperance. We've got the balance between, you know, we've got the drink here, we've got the cupcakes, and then we've got the water and the carrots. So there's something about balancing out maybe their shadow side with their, you know, maybe more evolved nature, or their impulsive kind of maybe knee-jerk spiteful reactions with a calmer, more mature approach. I think this person's, you know, has worked to become more balanced than they used to be. For some of you, they could have made lifestyle changes as well, just looking at, you know, cupcakes versus carrots. It could be dietary changes, but that could just be symbolic of trying to just find a balance, you know, not go too heavy one way or the other. And then I'm hearing the word relapse, so I don't know, take that if it resonates. Okay, let's see. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Wands reversed. Again, look, we're back to this 10 of Pentacles. This is what this person wants with you. To reintegrate into like a happy family situation, if it's a relative, if it's someone who's romantically interested, to build this with you, or if it's, you know, an ex or someone you do have children with already, again, to rebuild that with you. This is what they're going for, the 10 of Pentacles. And they've understood in the intervening weeks, months, years, that if they want this, first they have to present as the King of Pentacles. You know, you can't build this as a page. So I do think they have done some good work on themselves and have probably something visible to show for it. So let's put these cards to one side. Let's ask about their intentions next. And any, you know, if there's a heads up for you or anything like that. And then we'll see maybe what they're likely to do, and are they going to do it soon? Is it going to take an eternity? Okay, so what can you show us about this person's intentions? We have the High Priestess again. We've got the Knight of Cups reversed. And her back is to us. I think they want to sort of be as secretive as possible until they're ready to make their move. King of Wands reversed. I don't really like the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands reversed. That's a bit controlling. What are the intentions of this person, please? Page of Cups reversed. Why are these cards reversed? All except the High Priestess. If this is somebody who's just found out about things like manifestation, I don't know if they're using it in a bit of like a way that's going to backfire, to be honest, or bring about bad karma for them. You know, again, in some sort of manipulative sense. But then we did get those messages about balance. Oh, of course. And then we have justice here. If they are doing anything dodgy that's trying to be controlling or control your free will, it's going to backfire. It's not going to affect you. I feel like Spirit's all over this, watching everything this person's doing. Let's see how the rest of the cards go. 7 of Cups reversed. So this person is clear in their intentions, but it's like they don't want to be clear. They don't want their intentions to be clear to you. Why? Is that not how this mess started? or perhaps what caused the tower, or how it ended things. Let me have another look at this. No, okay, I'll carry on first. I'm being told to just finish, so let's see. 8 of Swords reversed. See, they're clear in terms of their thoughts and feelings, head and heart space. The Hermit reversed. Huh. Okay, look, the thing I'm seeing very, very clearly, see how this woman is just sort of resting against, I don't know, the railing here with this sword, ready to use it if she needs to. It's like looking down on this person, watching everything they do without them knowing that she's here. Whatever this person's up to, if they're doing it in the light, I feel they'll get more positive results. They'll get support from the divine. If they're doing it in the shadows, if they're trying to be manipulative, they're going to get their justice and karma, you know, and it's not going to negatively affect you. But I'm just, why are their intentions seeming so untrustworthy, I'll say. It's like, have you learned nothing? I know you have. I see from these cards this person has learned things. So why are they behaving like this? You've either learned and understood or you haven't. Why would you learn what went wrong and how you need to maybe show up differently and then carry on in a similar way? It's almost like they feel that, okay, in terms of maybe my position in life, my home, my finances, I've made changes, visible changes that you can't deny them. You can see them. Maybe they've moved, they have a new car, or they have a new job, or whatever, like undeniable changes. And yet they think still, when it comes to things like emotions, they still don't have to put themselves out there, be completely honest. Like that's still an area they can manipulate, but it feels like they can't get past you in that way. They never could. There's something, how can I explain this? It's like you can't see someone's feelings necessarily, so they think because you can't visibly see it in the way you can visibly see their car or whatever it is, they can hide it. Or they can get away with being a bit shifty or not having done enough work. Knight of Swords. For someone, a turtle or a tortoise could be it could be a totem animal, it could be a symbol you've asked for as confirmation or something like that. Four of Pentacles reversed. Interesting, I was just talking about a turtle or a tortoise because we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and that would be a real slow energy if it's even moving at all. Okay, so this person, they've made big changes in some areas of their life, but in terms of maybe real changes around, it could be being emotionally mature, seeing things from other people's points of view, or being, you know, less controlling or strategic or something like that. They still need to make some changes. So, and you know, if you're, let's say you've moved on, let's say it's a romantic situation, you've moved on, you're in another relationship, this is someone who's like, I don't really care, I've decided I want another go, so I'm going to find a way to get you to leave that person and come back to me. I mean, yeah, In which case we have justice here, and to deal with that energy, intention. And not because you'll reconnect and be like, oh my goodness, you've become the person of my dreams, I'm inspired to be with you. No, because they will just, it's like they want to force the situation. It feels a bit like love bombing. I think that's what it's called, right? Like racing in, Knight of Swords, yappa yappa, this and that. Look at all the money I have now. Look at my car, look at my motorbike, whatever it is. And then once they've got you hooked, that's when you see this real controlling energy come out, or come out again. And you realize, emotionally you're still secretive, you're still manipulative. Or even if you've had some growth, it's not enough. Okay, so I wouldn't entirely trust this person, to be honest. You might want to hear them out, of course, and take it from there. Use your intuition. Let's get another deck and let's ask what their next action is likely to be. And perhaps how soon. Four of Wands, Hierophant reversed. Some of you could work together or have like a particular place you see each other, time, place, like maybe you're part of the same group or team or whatever. There could also be, relationships, or maybe it's on your side, their side, both. Would need to end first. And this person's all about forcing endings in this moment in time. Okay, so what's their next action, please? Next likely action here towards my viewer. What's this person's next likely action? Obsessed. Obsessed with this Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles reversed, Six of Wands reversed, Two of Wands reversed, Eight of Swords reversed. I feel like we saw a lot of these cards earlier, actually. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Be careful with this person. I hate to say it, but it feels like they'll do what they need to, in their opinion, to get into this Ten of Pentacles situation, so it looks like some kind of investment or commitment is made, and then they pull back and it's all about them. Six of Coins reversed, Nine of Coins. For example, you end up marrying them, moving in, it's great for 6 months, and then suddenly you're the one keeping up with the bills, doing all the housework or whatever, and they're just living like they're single. The Hermit. I think this person, their next move is to think a little bit more about how to take this big step towards you. And to be honest, given what I've seen from them, I think take your time, because I don't know if you're going to want them to come forward at all. And again, justice. Every step of the way, the universe, spirit is like, we're watching. Whatever this person decides to do, it's like we're on them. We're literally one step behind whatever they do. Look at this. Queen of Wands, Five of Coins reversed, Four of Wands. This person will try to reconnect with you at some point. You're too irresistible to them for them not to. I just think they still need to do a bit of work. Great, good for them. They're a King of Pentacles, but there's work in other places that they could do with focusing on. See, this is kind of the messed up thing. They actually, remember that Six of Cups at the start, and this realization they've had that keeps them up at night and prevents them from getting over you, that, oh my God, I ruined this amazing thing. They actually have those genuine feelings and have genuine remorse. But I think still they might show up in a similar way. which caused problems, the way that caused problems in the past. And you'll look at that and you'll think, wait, you don't care, you still don't care, you never cared. And it's something to do with being domineering, controlling, too reluctant to share any genuine emotions or feelings. They need to break out of some kind of pattern of maybe how they usually catch people, reel them in, and then almost forget about it and just focus on themselves. Like, there's something unhealthy there that needs to be looked at. Well, I'll leave this reading here. I'm sorry it took a turn, but I guess it's good to know ahead of time, if this is an energy you recognize from your past, that they probably are going to try and reconnect with you, and that some things have changed, other things haven't. So maybe if you're interested in exploring this, seeing how it moves forward, definitely don't rush anything. And if they start trying to make commitments with you, whatever kind, very soon, that could be an indication that they're doing this or playing a game, or following their usual pattern. Maybe you've even seen it play out with other people, where they get you trapped. Ooh, that slipped out. Okay, trapped, hooked in some way, and then like emotionally just detach. And again, whatever dynamic, situation, kind of connection, romantic, platonic, familial, it's just a feeling of, I want us to be a team, to get on, to build together. And once you're like, yeah, okay, great, sounds good, sounds better than before, then suddenly they're acting like they have no responsibilities here. Let me just have a look at the Two of Wands with the Hermit, because one energy feels very quick, one feels like it's going to take more time. Ace of Wands reversed. See, that's it. Very, very quick, but it's reversed. So in terms of how soon is this going to be, it feels a little, remember that Knight of Swords, it feels a bit impulsive, like, oh gosh, there's a word I can't find. Like, it could happen any day, at any minute. I don't know, it just feels chaotic. Maybe it's trying to balance between the Hermit, which is a real methodical, slow, steady, patient energy, and this instant, Ace of Wands, I'm going to go for it. I want to use the word unhinged, but that makes it sound like I'm saying this person is unhinged. But no, it's something about the action of reconnecting, of reaching out. Maybe from their perspective, they spent a lot of time planning a perfect way, and when they do it, it's just going to be in a moment where they feel a bit ungrounded or something like that. I would say they've probably nearly almost reached out, considered doing it about a million times already, and then stopped themselves. And I think it's just going to be, it's going to be one of those times, they're going to be in one of those moods, and they're actually just going to do it. A bit frantic, maybe. Okay, so I'll leave this here. I hope this has helped. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in a personal, I have those linked below. And I have brought back the energy check-in reading, so looking at your person's thoughts and feelings, next actions, messages, plus guidance and advice. So take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.